Hey YouTube, this is Amber with Skyway Acquisition Solutions. We're a management consulting firm that helps federal contractors. Our team is a unique blend of former contracting officers and industry folks. We bring many years and a wide variety of experience, allowing us to provide the best support to help you succeed in federal contracting. This video series is the Skyway Spotlight. Each video you will learn more about our team members and what makes Skyway so special. Let's get started with today's episode. All right, so today I've got Kim with me and we're going to talk about the where and the when. And my first question for you is, where did you spend your career as a contracting officer?
Well, I actually had a kind of a quilt of places that I worked in. I started out at Pease Air Force Base back in the 80s when that was actually Air Force Base. And that was doing base contracting. I was actually, in training. That was when I learned about contracting. I left the government when I got married to a military person. And, when I came back in, I worked at the Defense Contract Management Agency in Boston. And I worked there for about 12 years doing contract administration. And then I again left the government and worked for a couple of defense contractors as a contract manager. And then I came back in again and worked finished my career with the General Services Administration. I worked for the Public Building Services for about 6 years and then for the Federal Acquisition Services.
Wonderful. So you kept finding your way back. It's like you'd leave and you kept circling back. Is there a reason why you kept coming back?
Yes, that's a good question. I mean, my husband was active duty military, and so I left a couple of times because of that, because I basically had to be, full home stay home mom because he would leave and, somebody had to take care of the kids. And so the one time I actually moved to Florida for a year because he retired from the military and went down there, and I got a job with a defense contractor, but I enjoyed that because it was good to see the other side and to understand, how to deal with the government and also, to be their advocate instead of for the government. But basically, I felt like I was playing for the wrong side of the team is really how I felt. I just didn't feel at home. So I went back into the government and finished my career.
Oh, beautiful. That's great. So then my second question is, were there any historical events or things that you may have encountered that you think is noteworthy to share today?
Well, when I was at GSA PBS, that was the time when they had the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act era. And I was a contract specialist at the time. I hadn't had I had a warrant, but not big enough for what it was. But I did all of the contract work from cradle to award for the John F. Kennedy Federal Building replacement of their windows, which was a very big project. And that was paid for by the ARA. And also did a whole family of contracts in order to create and design and build the new Van Buren Land Port of Entry up in Maine. So those are pretty significant. It was interesting because, the funds came out and they had a deadline. And so we had to create award these contracts in a really short amount of time, or else the money would be taken away and lost. So it was really interesting and fascinating and kind of exciting, and stressful to work through that and spend
right, all of the emotions and pretty historical for sure. And they're still standing today. So yeah, very good. Well, thank you so much for your time. And I really enjoyed learning about the when and the where on your journey as a contracting officer.
Thank you.